Welcome back to TarHeelIllustrated.com. And if you're watching us on our YouTube channel, Tar Heel Illustrated, as we continue to look at North Carolina's class of 2022. Today is football signing day, and as each member of the class sends in his signed letter of intent, we will roll out a podcast discussing them, getting all of Dina's amazing insight on each one of these young men. And right now, the most recent kid to send in his LOI is Sebastian Cheeks, a four-star outside linebacker from Evanston, Illinois, attends Evanston High School there, right in the backyard of Northwestern University. The number 120 overall rated prospect nationally. He is number 8 nationally at his position, and he is considered or is rated the number 4 overall prospect in the state of Illinois, which actually has quite a bit of talent. 6'2", 210 pounds. He committed to Carolina on July 28th. He's someone that we haven't talked to a whole lot. He's not a guy that's going to respond to every text message and have a long conversation with you, but he is someone who is certainly speaking loudly on the field this year, Dina. You and I were just talking right before we started recording these. He's up for all kinds of awards, including a couple of very prestigious national awards.
Yeah, I mean, he's up for a big-time award for the All-American Bowl for community service and, high school community service and his play on the field. So what a great honor to be at this time a top 5 candidate for that award. But Sebastian is from Illinois, and it's definitely not in the Tar Heels recruiting blueprint. But if you follow recruiting, Max said they would go outside that blueprint for elite ones. And Sebastian is elite one. He bonded tremendously with Tommy Thigpen. And anytime you mention North Carolina, Tommy Thigpen's name was mentioned when Sebastian talked about the Tar Heels. He being from up in the Chicago kind of area, right in Notre Dame's backyard, Northwestern, right in the middle of Big Ten country. And for Carolina to go in there and get a big 4-star linebacker is pretty amazing. So you got to credit the staff.
Absolutely. When I look at film of him and just see still photos of him, he screams linebacker. I mean, if you were to say, okay, what's a great high school linebacker supposed to look like? A kid that can go pretty much anywhere he wants in college. Take a snapshot of Sebastian Cheeks or a clip, roll it out there and say, that's it right there.
Well, I told you, I mean, he made me think of a young Tommy Thigpen because Thig, he can play some linebacker at when he in his younger days. And Sebastian, common theme in this group, athletic. I mean, his team, they needed him to play running back some this year, and he filled in at running back, scored some touchdowns, got them to make the playoffs, and just a total team guy, willing to do everything he could to help the team win. So speaks a lot of his leadership abilities.
We've talked a lot with the last 2 classes about the importance last year of Mac kind of putting a fence around and locking in most of the best players in the state. And this year, the storyline has more been going to Virginia and getting many of the best players there, and also getting some kids from the Atlanta area, which is an important part of their recruiting footprint. But Mac has been very consistent saying, like you alluded to a few minutes ago, they're going to go outside the region to get the right kids. How important is it to this class and each class moving forward that they get a few of those kids, whether they're from Illinois or from San Diego or from Maine or whatever? How important is it that a guy like Sebastian Cheeks is so highly regarded and was able to buy that pitch that Carolina is selling, that they're only going to go out and try and get a few of these kids that are outside their own footprint, but that they're able to do it when they do pursue some of these kids?
Well, let's face it, North Carolina's brand, the Carolina Blue, the Tar Heels, the Jordan brand, kids know that color. I mean, they're very unique. You see that color on TV, you about know that's North Carolina Tar Heels playing. So getting, these kids, they know that brand, and Carolina is trying to build their stature in the football world. We know what Tar Heel basketball is. Coach Brown and his staff is trying to get Carolina football up to the next level. Getting kids like that to buy into the program is huge, and we've seen them go outside this recruiting blueprint for some kids this year and last year. I mean, he got some kids. He got Eli Sutton out of Tennessee and Dante Balfour out in Florida, which you know what kind of talent's in Florida. So just really, really good for the brand. You know, UNC, people know what that is. So it's just a huge plus.
Sebastian Cheeks, a 4-star outside linebacker from Evanston, Illinois, is the most recent member of the class of 2022 to send in his signed letter of intent. Stay with us here on THI as we continue to discuss each and every member of the class. When their LOIs arrive, we will roll out our podcast. She's Dana. I'm AJ. We appreciate you stopping by.